What is up, everybody? Happy Monday. I hope you are enjoying this beautiful Monday afternoon. Our markets are green. Hope you all are doing well. Let's see. Let's jump right into it. Still sitting at 31. Let's see if we can get that number up. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, smash that like, hit the subscribe, ping that notification, and then jump on over to the tweeters and give me a follow there. Let's get that number up. We've been averaging one a day for a couple weeks now, so let's not break the trend, right? The trend is your friend. Let's see. I think the big breaking news over the past few minutes has been Tesla earnings, right? It looks like Elon might have sold a little bit of his Bitcoin, but I mean, let's be real here, right? The company bought Bitcoin, I think around the 30,000 range, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, doubling up their money, you can't blame them for taking some profit, right? They didn't sell all their Bitcoin, they just took a little bit of profit. Can't blame them at all. Look at this, I tweeted this out last night. This was interesting. Let's see if this chart loads up for us. I thought this was a little freaky. Maybe. Check the stream here, make sure everything's working good. You guys hear me okay? Everything sound good, look good? Cool, good talk. Oh, got some chat going. C-Dub in the house. He says, darn it, Elon. Yeah, my sentiments too. I feel you, buddy. Alright, is our chart going to load up? Sort of. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but you can see over on, what was it, Bittrex or whatever last night? Look at this. You had this massive candle shoot all the way up to $66,666.61. I couldn't quite get our thing right on this 66 cents, but yeah. If you go and you actually look at the open and the close on this candle, you'll see it's sixes across the board. Little freaky. C-Dub says everything looks good. Thanks, friend. I appreciate it. So yeah, not sure what that's about, if that's a bad omen or what. I just figured I'd share that with you for those superstitious folks out there. Mark of the beast and all that. Let's see. Alright, let's jump right into it here. I had the Bitcoin chart pulled up for us because I was kind of watching. Yep, there it goes. You see, we've been respecting this trend line here that we had put in all day long, and it looks like on news of Tesla selling Bitcoin that looks like we might just dump here. We've just broken down from the trend that we've locked in all day long, so I would not be surprised. Let's just do a little bit of TA here before we get into the news. Grab a support level. I would not be surprised if we see Bitcoin come all the way back down to that 51,000 mark right here, 51,775. You see, that's kind of where we put in. I don't know if you'd want to call that a floor, but you see that's kind of where we started our melt up today. So we'll keep an eye on it here throughout the stream. If we start to break down, you know, honestly, I talked to CWOK earlier in the day. I told him that I wasn't quite convinced of this breakout that we've had. This has just been a little too convenient. So honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we retrace all the way back down to our regression zone as just kind of a fake out for everybody. You know, take it for what you will. That's no guarantee. That's just kind of the feeling that I'm getting out of today's move. It feels like one of those fake out moments, but curious what your thoughts are. Let me know what you think of this bull run today, and if you think that this is going to continue, if the breakout will hold. Let's jump on over to the market cap. Here you go. Look at this. Overall market cap, we're back over 2 trillion. We are up 10% in overall market cap on the day. 9.1, I'm rounding up. We're calling it 10. It's a beautiful day. I'm in a good mood. Keep the negativity out of here. Alright, dominance sitting at 48%. Good news for all coins. Ethereum sitting at 13.8%. Look at our gas fees. Still pretty darn low. Up from yesterday. I think yesterday we were sitting at 49 Gwei, so we're up a little bit today to 60, but overall, that's good to see, right? Who would have thought Binance would fix the Ethereum gas problem? Way to go, Binance. Alright, Bitcoin, look at this, up 11% on the day. Ethereum up 11.4% on the day. Binance up 8.6% on the day. XRP up 22%. Look at that. Roaring back. Cardano up 14% on the day. Doge up 8%. Polkadot up 12.2%. Uniswap up 12.5%. Litecoin up 11%. Bcash up 10.8%. Chainlink up 11%. VeChain up 10.4%. And Solana up 2%. And you got, as you get down in here in your top 20, XLM up 12%. You can see, though, from the looks of it, mostly about a 10% gain across the board for Just about everything. Look at Atom up 20% on the day. Really bucking the trend. Aave also up 20%. KSXama up 28%. That's a big gain. Let's do a quick little sort here by 24-hour price change. Maybe. Waves up 42%. Look at that. Matic up 40% on the day. Harmony up 41%. Very good. These are quality projects too. Quality projects. Kasama making it into the top 5. XRP there as well. All good stuff. Good stuff. Nice to have a green day here, right? It's a good feeling compared to what we've seen over the past few weeks. Alright, let's kick it off here with our headlines. Elon Musk Tesla sold Bitcoin in Q1. Earnings report reveals. Yeah. Tesla has cashed out some of its Bitcoin in the exchange for $272 million payday. I mean, they had bought over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. Taking $275 million out of that, a quarter of it, I mean, come on. That's just taking profit. If you didn't take profit at $65,000, then, I question your ability to even be in this market. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I say good for Tesla. In no way, shape, or form does this spell doom and gloom for the crypto markets, I think. But of course, we know how these go. People are gonna take it as, oh, that's it, Bitcoin's done, time to sell it all. Alright, I'm gonna start off with this little article here from Glassnode. They've always got the best charts, right? We talked about this, and we use them quite a bit on the channel here too. They've got some really pretty charts here I'd like to take a look at. You can see here's your Bitcoin 17-week chart, where we're at right now. Our high and our low, about a $10,000 difference there. But let's see. Here's a good one. Look at this. This is a transaction fee, right? So your yellow graph here is the amount of transaction fees that are going through. And you can see in this recent dump, look at the amount of transactions though that were made in this dump. That dwarfs what we saw at the peak of 2017, right? So that says something for the amount of trading volume that we're seeing. Yeah, the price, we came down about 20%, but the fact that we had this much buying volume come in, that's bullish. What else we got here? The total transfer volume, kind of the same thing. You can see just we're kind of dwarfing everything that we did at the previous bull run, and we're doing it in a pretty parabolic way. Kind of incredible when you look at these charts. I mean, if you're into charts like I am, you look at these and you're like, wow, this is pretty incredible. Number of active addresses, though, this is important to note. Look at the number of active addresses. We've actually fallen. We fell quite a bit as we approached the all-time high here, 65,000, which means people were dumping right here. You can see we had a lot of selling, but now look what we're doing. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but look, we're back on the uptrend. People are accumulating again. Good to see. Spent outage age bands. I'm not even going to pretend to understand that chart, but look how pretty it is. Uptick in young coin spending. Coins older than a month. I'd have to really stare at this for a while to figure out what that's all about. Yeah, check out Glassnode if you want to see some really interesting chain metrics. Definitely hop over there, take a look at some of their charts. Really breaks down what's happening on the blockchain in a way that you just don't get in the stock market or really any other market for that matter. Really one of the coolest things about crypto, I think, is just the amount of data that you can pull off the blockchain because it's all there for us to look at, right? Here you go. Here's one that I understand. Look at this accumulation since we've come down from our all-time highs. Right here you had this was all selling, and now we're back to the buying. All very good to see. Same kind of concept here. We're back on an uptrend for accumulation. Unspent miner supply. That's interesting. We got a fee spike here. And of course, fees are directly correlated with the amount of activity we see on the network. CWK says buy the dip. That's right. BFTD. Buy the effing dip. Alright, I don't want to put you guys to sleep with charts here. Just hop over to Glassnode. Take a look at some of these charts. I think you'll find them really interesting if you're into that sort of thing. Alright, crypto exchange Binance to offer tokenized stocks of Apple, Microsoft, and MicroStrategy. Tokenized versions of the stocks will offer their holders the same returns, including dividends. How cool is that? Binance. Guys, mark my words, Binance is going to take over the world. They are just getting into everything. It's pretty awesome to see. I want to be able to own these tokenized stocks. Unfortunately, I can't right now. Not until they get over the regulation hurdle in the US, but so cool to see. I couldn't be happier about this. That's why it's leading off our headlines today. Next up, US Bank. State Street-backed $30 million raise institutional crypto builder Securrency? That's right, US Bank in the news. I'm sure if we were to run a Google search on crap that US Bank has said in the past regarding cryptocurrencies, I'm sure we'd find a lot of it to be negative. US Bank could be proverbial one to watch in the digital asset space, says Securrency Chief Strategy Officer Patrick Campos. Institutional cryptocurrency infrastructure firm Securrency has closed a $30 million funding round backed by banking majors US Bank and State Street. Okay, so it's this company getting into the crypto space, and they're backed by US Bank. Cool, just another bank to add to the other large institutions that are coming into our space. Next up, Korea weighs delaying crypto taxation laws to appeal to young voters. The otherwise crypto-friendly country has taken on a newer tone for the sector in the past weeks. Didn't we just have news the other day about Korea wanting to... Yeah, it was South Korea yesterday that went into the exchanges and actually took people's money off of the exchanges to pay for taxes that I guess they didn't pay on their gains. And then the news today. Just these countries, guys, these countries. I don't even know what to say half the time. No crypto, yes crypto. That pretty much sums it up. They're just like India. I mean, they're flip-flopping back and forth. They don't know what the hell they want. All they really know is that their currency, their state currency has gone to shit, and yep. Next up, Korean financial watchdog demands employees file crypto investment reports. Yeah, see what I mean? We're just back and forth here. Back and forth. I feel schizophrenic just reading these headlines to you guys. The FSC has reminded employees working on crypto policies to file reports on their holdings in accordance with the Code of Conduct. In other words, pay your taxes, right? The Korean financial regulator has ordered its employees to file reports on their crypto investments. Ordered, huh? In December 2017, a financial supervisory service employee reportedly made a profit trading crypto ahead of an announcement of the government cryptocurrency's policies. Oh, say it ain't so. Somebody ran and did some insider trading. Say it ain't so. There's your flip-floppy, wish-washy Korean government news. Next up, PayPal CEO demand for cryptocurrency much higher than expected. PayPal CEO Dan Schulman reveals that the demand for the company's crypto services has exceeded its expectations multiple-fold. Duh! Schulman noted that the coronavirus pandemic has greatly accelerated the digitalization of payments across the globe. Again, we just need a new segment here called the no shit segment, right? The no duh segment. Could have told you that was going to happen. But yeah, glad to see it's all working out for PayPal, as if there was ever any doubt. Moving along, here you go for all you people in the old stock market. Marathon appoints Fred Thiel as Chief Executive Officer. This headline kind of caught my news because I thought Fred Thiel was like Peter Thiel's long-lost brother. In my reading, I couldn't find that to be true, but it could be. Thiel will take over at a time when Marathon is aggressively expanding operations. North American Bitcoin miner, Marathon Digital, has appointed Fred Thiel as Chief Executive Officer. Thiel will replace Marek Okamoto, who will take on a role as the executive chairman of Marathon's board after serving as CEO since 2017. Thiel has served on the publicly traded company's board since 2018, when it was still known as Marathon Patent Group. The company had changed its name on March 1st. Quote, the board of directors and I concluded that it would be appropriate time to adjust responsibilities of our management team to be more in line with a company of our size. Therefore, going forward, I will be focusing my attention on the responsibilities as executive chairman of the board, while Fred Thiel will take the helm as CEO, Okamoto said in a press release. So yeah, Marathon seeing some movements at their board level. Gotta mean good things for Marathon miners, right? Nice little option to Riot blockchain if you were looking for another way to gain exposure to the cryptocurrency market without actually just, buying Bitcoin, is what I always tell people. CWK says, America! Couldn't agree more. Hashtag America. A lot of NFL news here to get to. NFL NFT news, I think. NFL player Sean Culkin to convert entire salary to Bitcoin. Following Russell Okung's lead, the Chiefs tight end will trade his NFL earnings for Bitcoin. But he's going all in for the 2021 season. How cool is that? Yes, got the laser eyes going, guys. I love it. I love it. In brief, Kansas City Chiefs player Sean Culkin will convert his entire base NFL salary to Bitcoin via mobile payments app Strike. Panthers player Russell Okung converted half his 2020 salary for approximately $6.5 billion to Bitcoin in December. Bitcoin's price has doubled since then. This is just the beginning, guys. Just the beginning. Soon, every single player is going to be demanding to get paid in Bitcoin, whether it be football, baseball, basketball, soccer, you name it. That's where we're at now. That's where all this is heading. Like we talk about every day, if you think that you're early to this space, you are wrong. If you think you're late to the space, you are wrong. You are early. You are an early adopter. Be proud of that. This is more akin to venture capital. Venture capital. Oh my God. Moving along because I can't talk. NFL's number 1 draft pick, Trevor Lawrence, joins Blockfolio and receives bonus paid out in Ethereum and Solana. That might explain why we've seen such a crazy pump in Solana over the past few days. The rising college league star signed a deal with Blockfolio today. Good for him. Never heard of the guy. He kind of looks like Fabio. Good for him, though. Trevor Lawrence, the number 1 pick in this year's National Football League draft, has signed a multi-year contract with crypto tracking app Blockfolio, which, fun fact, is what I used to gather all this great news for you guys, as an announcement today. Pumped to announce I've joined Blockfolio. Excited to help bring these two worlds together, he tweeted. Look at that. More NFL players in the news. Not sure why he chose Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Solana. I mean, Solana's a great protocol, don't get me wrong. It's got the backing by Alameda. It just, struck me as odd that, he chose those three. That's not something you see very often. CWK says, words are hard. Words are hard on a day like this, man. Running on not much sleep. As you know, the markets went a little nuts last night. So I was up pretty late trying to get some good entry points there, looking for confirmation on the trend reversal, which we got at like 2:33 a.m., right before I blacked out. So yeah, there's your Trevor Lawrence news. More NFL football player, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin news. Next up, oh wait, got the same story in there twice. Hey, yeah, there you go. Trevor Lawrence also back in the news. Here's a good one to warm the subcockle region of your heart. Crypto community donates over $1.7 million in Ethereum and ERC20 tokens towards India's coronavirus fight. The country faces one of the worst COVID situations and is receiving help from the crypto community. Yeah, Vitalik Buterin was one of those that did this. I saw this was breaking news we had last night after our stream. Yeah, here you go. Here's a tweet from him. Vitalik says, thanks for organizing the Sandeep nail wall. And thanks a lot for pointing this out. Okay, slightly confused. Anyway, yeah, crypto millionaires donating crypto to help fight coronavirus in India. Yep, there's that news for the day. And to put a smile on all of our faces, let's wrap it up here with Dave Portnoy. Barstool Sports' Dave Portnoy is selling his soul as an NFT. The eccentric media boss has put up an NFT of himself for sale on his website. He's also back in on Bitcoin. But for how long? ? Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy has released an NFT of himself. He also bought one Bitcoin. Last year, the businessman panic sold all of his cryptocurrencies. I was hoping they would show the NFT on here. Is that it? Is that all it is? Is just the... Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? We lost it. Ow! Come back! I guess it's not going to show us the NFT. If you've seen Dave Portnoy's Soul NFT, throw it in the chat or post it somewhere. Tag it, send it to me on tweeters. I'd be curious. There that should be the quote of the day right there. Quote of the day, fellas. I love it. Alright, we got another little Dave Portnoy story here. Yep. Sports president Dave Portnoy buys Bitcoin. Again. Dave Portnoy is now a proud owner of one Bitcoin, despite swearing he would never buy the crypto again. Yep, he's back. I tweeted to him earlier, letting him know, look, man, just hold on to it for longer than a week, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by the returns that you see. A little bit of patience goes a long way in crypto. Here's the video. I'm not going to play it right now because we don't want to get, I don't know, sued or something. But yeah, it's really pretty hilarious. Definitely check it out. It put a smile on my face. There's the one of him saying he'll never buy Bitcoin after he sold it after a week after buying it. It was hilarious. CWK, out of all the pics of him, that's what they went with. Nice. Yeah, that's what they went with. Okay, let's jump into the sticks, find out what's going on here. Has Bitcoin dumped even further? No, look at that. We're actually holding a little bit right here. Let's looks like we might even be able to put in a little line of support. Blip, blip, blip. You gotta make the sound effects, right? There you go. We got a little bit of accumulation right here in this area. Let's see if that holds. It's an interesting level. Interesting level. Okay, we're looking at the 5-minute chart here. Let's back out. Let's look at the 4-hour. We don't want to get stuck in the weeds here on the 5-minute chart. You know, that's not how we do it here on this channel. Alright. So you can see, just looking at Bitcoin, it looks to me like we might, just maybe, have reversed the trend. I mean, or at least broken out of the trend, right? You could say that that's our downtrend here, right? And you could say that I mean, theoretically, we've broken out of it here. Technically, we have broken out of it, and we do seem to be holding. So, I think the next thing that we really need to be watching out for over the next, at least the next 24 hours, is just whether or not that we hold this key level here. The last thing we want at this point is to retrace all the way back down and continue bouncing off of this regression area. So that's what I'll be watching over the next couple hours here, next 24 hours, is if we hold this breakout, and if we can confirm it, and and if we do and we start, the bull run continues, well, I'd say a good opportunity to start picking up. We're getting back into the market. It'll obviously be if we break above the 57,500 mark. If we can put in a higher high from this area, and that's going to confirm that we're in an uptrend, which we're already beginning to see. Right now, what we really need to see is we need to see Bitcoin put in a higher low. We do not want to fall below our previous low right here. If we can put in a higher low from that and continue putting in higher highs, let's grab our brush here, we'll do a little scribbly. We continue putting in higher highs and higher lows, like that, well then, you could say our bull run continues, which is really what we want to see. So let's jump over to ETH, check out, see what old Ethereum's up to on this glorious day. Guys, if you like the content and you like this channel, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, share it with a friend, right? You never know. Somebody might find this information useful. You could just help them become better traders. Or at the very least, better investors, right? Oh, I'm breaking everything. Tools, work. Computer, broken. So Ethereum, you can see, look at that. We came right up to our heart line, our macro trend here, and we bounced kind of right off of it. I mean, we punched up a little bit, but you can see we're coming back down. I would not be surprised, and again, this will be strictly dependent on what Bitcoin does over the next couple days here. But I would not be surprised to see us come back down and possibly test our new trend that we started placing, or that we started putting in, right? So we could possibly come down over the next couple hours here. We can possibly kind of work our way back down. Maybe bounce up off this trend. and we might continue to just kind of work along our heart line here. We'll see what it does. Something to keep an eye on, right? Something to watch. Markets are moving in the right direction. It's what we wanted to see. Alright, Bcash. Guys, if there's any charts you want to look at today, let me know. Throw them in the chat. Toss up the symbols. Stocks, crypto, futures, options, you name it, we'll take a look. I told you guys yesterday I don't have a real big position right now because I'm kind of just hiding out in areas that I consider safe, like Bcash. I'm hiding most of my holdings in here right now. The idea was it'd be kind of a safer place to hide. The thing with Bcash though, as you can see, we haven't really been following the recovery today. We've kind of just been a little stale. We have not made higher highs than what we previously made, whereas Bitcoin and ETH both have. Matter of fact, most of the altcoins have. So, yeah, just kind of waiting on can't decide. I haven't quite decided yet what I want to do with my Bcash. Surely what I'm going to do is we're going to approach a little closer to my position, which is this yellow line right here around 926. And hopefully, we'll probably just end up exiting our position, right? Because we were just there to kind of hide out anyway. Maybe not all of it, because Bcash does have some utility. If I need to quickly get some money into my bank account or something like that, Bcash is a great little, it's got great utility in transactions, is what I'm trying to say, as opposed to Bitcoin. CWK wants to check out XLM. Let's pull it up. Really, what we could do is, we'll compare XLM to XLR. These two might as well be the same damn token, right? Let's take a look at XLM. Alright, looking at the 4-hour here, and you can see, it's pretty much following the exact chart of XLR. So here's what I'm going to do. We'll go ahead and we'll drop in XLR2. Symbol not found. What? Oh, XRP, not XLR. What am I saying? Sorry, my brain does not work right now. XRP is what I meant to say. Goodness. XRP. Too many damn words, right? So you can see, logarithmics, that can help us. So yeah, and that gives us a nice little comparison of the two. And CWK, like when I was talking to you earlier, look at that. These two, they move identically. Absolutely identical. So, so where are we at? Let's actually jump into the technicals here. Where are we at? We can get rid of XRP. I just kind of wanted to show you just how much in tandem these two move. They might as well be a mirrored chart of each other. I'll say this, XRP does have a much larger following behind it, right? You've got that XRP army, and a lot of people kind of look at XLM as just kind of a scam coin, kind of a knockoff. Almost like the sushi swap to Uniswap, right? But they will move together. So if you get a good pump out of XRP, you're gonna see some good gains out of XLM as well. All right, so your technicals right here. Look at where you're at. So right here, let me grab our brush. You can see right here in this area. Boop boop boop. Scribble, scribble, scribble. We've had some crazy accumulation. Hell, we spent from February 22nd all the way to March 31st, just kind of moving sideways here in this accumulation range. So you got a lot of buyers right here, right? And you can see XLM's come back down to this area. Get rid of my scribble here. So yeah, you can see we came down, we came right into this accumulation zone, and now we're starting to break back out of it. And you can see, just looking at the chart, we have been, this is actually very similar to the Bitcoin chart as well. You can see we put in this downtrend. This was our major correction. But look, just like with Bitcoin, we've broken out of it, right? We've now broken out of our downtrend, and we're beginning to work our way back up. And on top of that, grab our trend line here, we're also now beginning to see somewhat of an uptrend, right? We've now put in a higher low from our previous, and we're putting in higher highs as well. So that's very bullish, right? But again, this is all very dependent on what Bitcoin does. If this is just a fake out and Bitcoin does not make higher highs from this previous point, then we're still in a downtrend, right? Still in a downtrend, and may not be a good time to be in the market, right? It's certainly at least not long on the market if we're moving into a bit of a correction here. You might be able to score some good day trades if you're lucky, but I wouldn't recommend trying to do any sort of day trading or anything like that if we do enter some sort of bear market. Not financial advice, just, it's never really worked out for people to do any sort of shorting or anything like that on cryptocurrencies. You will get wrecked real quick. So if we jump over here to the XRP chart, you'll see the exact same thing. Look at this. You almost can't even tell that we changed charts, right? It's just absolutely identical. You can see we've broken out. Same thing. We've broken out of our downtrend. Now we're beginning to move sideways. We have not yet put in a higher high. What I would like to see is XRP and XLM break this previous high. And that way we at least have confirmation that we're back into an uptrend, right? So that's what we're looking for. If you were looking for an entry point, right, a good entry point would possibly be right here. Now we're looking at the XRP chart. But you can apply this to XLM as well. So a good entry point right here would probably be if we come back down later on tonight and we touch this previous top here and we hold that as resistance, then yeah, that at that point I would definitely be trying to pick up some XLM. I hope that makes sense. Dogecoin, what's the Doge up to? Just being the Doge, just moving sideways, cannot kill the Doge. The Doge continues. Looks like we got to move our trend line now by quite a bit. Look at that. Obviously open to interpretation here. Always subjective, but that's where I'm going to put it. Yeah, Doge holding firm at 25 cents. It almost seems like Doge will never come down below 25 cents, right? That's kind of what it's beginning to feel like. Let's see. Basic attention token, how are we looking here? Really didn't participate in today's rally, which kind of surprised me a little bit. You see, much like XRP and XLM, we have broken out from our downtrend. We just need to confirm that we hold. Spark Point beginning to work its way back up off our lower regression line here, so hopefully we can break out from this downward price channel that we've been in for what feels like flipping ever, right? Absolutely feels like I've been in it forever. Right, blockchain, 4-hour chart. I mean, not too interesting on the day, right? Just kind of moved sideways. Didn't really recover with the rest of the crypto market, unfortunately. CWOK, say it ain't so, Doge. Say it ain't so. Couldn't agree more. Coinbase looks like we've caught in a bounce, right? Look at this. Look at this. Let's jump on the 15-minute. Check this out. Coinbase looks like it might have finally put in a bottom. Look at that. Look at that. By golly, we can actually draw an uptrend on Coinbase for the first time ever, it feels like. Look at this. That's neato. Can you give him some pen hope? Yeah, we'll take a look at pen here. We will take a look at pen. You know, I was looking at Penn National earlier this morning when the markets opened, and it was looking good at the time. Did you not close good? Consolidating before breakout. Yeah, we'll take a look. Well, I'll tell you this much. I mean, just looking at the 15-minute chart here, I mean, look what you got going. Look what you got going, bud. You got what I would definitely consider a double bottom, right? Clear reversal pattern. Let's drop in our support level here for you. Right there at the 86 mark. Yeah, dude, you broke up. I mean, you almost hit 94 today. That's about when I was looking at it. That was a nice little move. So yeah, you got yourself a double bottom. You got a clear reversal pattern. Let's jump to the 4-hour because it looks like you probably also broke a downtrend. Oh my goodness, that's right. That's right, look at that dump. That was one hefty correction. Holy smokes. Unfortunately, I can't get much data from that either. Here, we can do this. We can do this. We've got somewhat of a trend here. Let's, this is a previous trend before your correction, so it's, you know, kind of up in the air of how valid this is going to be. But you could argue that we're going to kind of move sideways here, right? But I mean, this is going to be an important level to watch as you approach this downward trend line. Interested to see if we bounce off of that and continue to go sideways into consolidation, or if we can get a solid breakout from this downtrend. If you get a good breakout from here, then and that's going to be a real bullish signal, right? If you can break out from this downtrend. Let's go back to our 15, get a more micro view of what we got going. Whoops. Every time. Never fails, right? Never fails that I scribble all over our charts and no one can see what the hell I'm doing. Alright. So we look at the 15-minute here. You can see we definitely put in. We've got a trend going. Pretty solid trend that it's been respecting too. So, whoops. As far as timeline goes, right, we could say you're definitely going to see a move either to the upside or the downside by the 29th, right? That's what our chart's showing here. By the 29th, you're going to reach the end of your consolidation. So you're going to be right here at the end of your triangle. So at that point, yeah, you're going to have to see a movement up or down in some direction. Obviously, when we go out and we look at the more macro view of pen, I mean, let's be honest with ourselves, right? This is a very bearish chart. You are in a clear downtrend from Penn's all-time highs. So, with that said, and really taking more of a macro view here, really going back in time. With that said, you know, I think we discussed this the other night too, that I would not be surprised to see us come back down to this range. Right here we had a nice little double bottom of support that we put in right around that 77 range. Let's see. Please Pen, oh please. Man, I have no doubt you were going to be fine in Pen. You know, it's just whether or not you are patient enough to hold it long enough to see those gains. I think is what it's really going to come down to for you. Unfortunately, you know, the thing with the boomer market is it just doesn't move nearly as fast as the old crypto market does. So you might be in for a bit of a wait. We just don't look back there. So right here, you see I'm drawing you a nice little purple box. This is a pretty solid accumulation zone, and you did bounce off of it. You know, so that is bullish. That is good to see. However, like I said, until we get a clean breakout, you know, right above $90, until we get a clean, solid breakout on a daily candle above $90, I think you could still be in for some more pain, buddy. I'm sorry to tell you. More states opening up gambling. Fundamentals play now. Yeah. I mean, like I said, dude, long term, you know, if you hold Pen for the next 12 months, I think you're gonna be fine. I really do. I definitely think you'll see some appreciation there in your shares. But again, the question is can you hold it that long? Are you able to? Do you even want to hold it that long? is the question you got to ask yourself. And me personally, man, especially knowing what I know about crypto now, I mean, you can pull your money out of Penn National right now, take the loss, move it into crypto, and make up those losses within 12 hours, especially if you catch a good momentum play, right? Not financial advice, of course, just kind of what my thoughts are on it. But again, you can wait to get back to your position, which I know was up around that 96 range, which isn't that far away, right? You don't have that far to go to get back to that position. You really don't. So yeah, just be patient. It's a small ETF. What's a small ETF? You're at Penn National? Yeah. Yeah, I bet it feels that way. All in all, though, I mean, right, these are the times you want to buy when you're in these really boring times when things are just moving sideways and not but no one's really showing much interest. That's where you're going to see your biggest gains. Because, you know, all it's going to take is one crazy tweet by Portnoy or something to pump this, you know, really pump this price up. So yeah, I wouldn't be worried at all. Now, obviously, if you fall below our regression box that we've drawn here, if you fall below that, especially this area where we put in this double bottom at $80.50, yeah, then I'd start to be a little concerned. As a matter of fact, at that point, I'd probably cut my losses and move on. And just kind of, you know, write those losses down and then make it your number one priority to manage those losses. You know, you find a project that you believe in or a stock that you believe in, you find a good entry point for it, and you hold it until you make up those losses. That's how you manage it. And you can manage your loss right here in Penn National if you wanted. Just, again, your chart, definitely a bearish chart here. There's no denying that, unfortunately. No good way to cut it, right? But yeah, I'd just be patient with it. I think it'll work out nicely. Anything else you want to look at? I saw GameStop was going a little nutty after hours. It was up to almost $200 last I checked. Let's see if I can remember how to get after hours on here. I can never remember how to get after hours trading on TradingView. I know it's in the settings. Maybe. Extended hours. There we go. Yeah, look at that. We're getting a little stupid after hours. Looks like we might be trying to break out. You see, I've had this charted now for a while of what we thought that we could see out of GameStop, because it had moved into this weird consolidation period. Look at that, sitting at 185 right now. CWK says that's all he's got. All he's got, yeah. Look at that, there's GameStop after hours candles going up like a banshee. Made it all the way up to 198 before the bears came in and knocked it right back down to 185. Not sure what's going on with GameStop. I think they had some news that the offering that they had done, that they're done dumping shares onto the market. So I guess people are rushing in now to buy GameStop. Alright guys, if that's all you got, I will leave you there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Like I said, if you like the content and you're new to this channel, or if you're not new to this channel and you haven't hit the likes or hit the subscribes or ping that bell, do that. Go ahead and do that. You won't regret it, and it really helps the algorithm, really helps me. Alright, I'll let you guys go. Thanks for hanging out with me. Until next time,